everybody. It is Monday, August 31st. This is what you missed today. Oh, I need a second sheet of paper. You know what? I'll just use this one. I'm using the back of a paper. Okay, so what you missed today is we started shape. Okay, so shape is defined by a line that crosses itself. I should say crosses or meets itself. Okay, so you can have a shape that, right, a circle is a shape, or you can have a shape when the line crosses itself, this is now a shape. All right, there are two types of lines, two categories of lines. Again, I'm using the back of my paper here. Your two types are organic and geometric. Okay, geometric are like man-made shapes that you can think of. Think of your class geometry, right? Triangles, circles, squares, rectangles, etc. Most everything, obviously, except for the circle, is going to have a straight line. All right, so these are things you want to know. We took notes in class, so I would highly suggest you write this down. Organic are shapes based on nature. So you could go outside and get a leaf and trace it, right? You can also do what we call free form. So think of like, I don't know, a blob or an amoeba or something, right? These are organic shapes. Organic shapes do not typically have any straight lines in them. They're usually more curvy and loose and more natural looking. So those two words you're going to need to know for the quiz we have at the end of the week. So what we did today was I gave you, or I gave the students, a list of instructions. So the first thing you're going to do is, so your paper has a short side and a long side, right? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a line. Oh, you need a ruler. If you do not have a ruler, actually, hang on a second. If you do not have a ruler, you can use kind of any straight edge you have. I have little scraps of wood in my studio. If you have a book or a canvas, you can also, if you don't have any of that, you can take a piece of paper, and I just folded it multiple times, almost into the ruler shape, and then there you go, you've got a straight edge. So that's a good way to get around not having a ruler. Okay, so your first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a line from your short side to your long side. I'm sorry, take that back. From your short side to the other short side. And you can put your ruler however you want it, as long as it's going from short edge to short side. You can put it down here, over there, in the middle, put it wherever you want. And you're going to do this with a pencil. I'm using it with a marker so that it shows up a lot better on the camera. And then you're going to do another line going from the long side to the long side. Same thing. You can tilt your ruler however you like. You can put it down here on the edge. You can put it in the middle. Whatever your little hearts desire. And again, I'm using a marker because it shows up better. Okay? So now you've got two lines. Now you're going to draw a line from your short side to your long side. And again, kind of put it wherever you want. Come on, put it here. You definitely want to make sure that your stuff is overlapping the way this is, right? And you can do the other side. Short side to long side. I kind of want to break up this middle space, so I'm going to put it up there. So if you're following along, you should have 4 lines, okay? Next is you are going to draw some circles. Now, I happen to have a compass. I know we talked about this in class. You guys can get these at Walmart, I think somebody said. If you don't have a compass, then find some stuff you can trace. Like there's a can of bug spray I have here. I can trace that. A paint jar, a cup. You've got I got mason jars around here. You can trace a mason jar. Somebody in class did a water bottle, a Coke can. Somebody had a little paint bottle, a shampoo bottle, anything. I'm actually looking at this little lamp I have on my studio desk. I could trace the bottom of that. Anything around your house. But you want to do 5 circles of various sizes. I'm going to use my compass here. Okay. And again, I'm using a pen so it shows up better, so you guys don't have to use a pen. And I'll do some different size circles. It's totally fine if you want your circle to go off the paper. You know, just kind of running off. We're going to talk about composition rules, and one of them is that you can bleed things off the edge. I'll put one down here. And I might need a small guy up here. Okay, so you've got 4 lines now and 5 circles. So now what you're going to do is you're going to draw 3 freeform shapes. And again, a freeform is a type of organic shape, right? There's organic and geometric, right? So right now all we have is geometric, and we've even created kind of sub-geometric shapes just because of these lines crossing over. So now we're going to add some organic stuff. So we're going to do 3 freeform shapes, and again, that's just kind of like, you know, like an amoeba kind of guy. Might do a smaller one over here. And where should I put my other one? I got some blank spots over here, so I might put one up here and make him a little smaller there. Okay. So now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to draw 1 continuous line over the entire paper. Okay, and I'm going to turn mine around to get us some fresh perspective here. I kind of have a lot of empty space here, so I'm going to start on this end and kind of break that up a little bit. Just a free-flowing kind of continuous line, and I'm going into some of those empty spaces. Okay, so there you go. I've got organic and geometric shapes on there. Now what are you going to do? You're going to start coloring them. So you want to use your color pencils. This is the one I started during first block and kind of worked on in class as an example. You were going to color in, you can see all the different shapes kind of created. So this was my original circle, right? But see how that line kind of cut it into pieces? So each piece of that is going to be colored differently. Now, for some reason, I cannot find my colored pencils. I think they might be left at the school because I took a bunch of stuff up there. But I have this little, it's almost like a little crayon thing that I let my nieces use when they come over. It changes out colors. It's got a very limited palette, so I've only got about 5 colors. So I'm kind of like, I'll color orange, 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 right? Kind of do it all at once. But you want these colors to be different, right? So that the shapes show up against each other. If you do not have colored pencils, you can use markers if you want, or you can use crayons. If you don't have anything that has any color, you can do it with value. This is an old example I have, where you shade in different shapes with different values from your pencil. And I'll show you how to do that on here. And also a little trick when you're shading something is you want to hold it in your hand a certain way. You don't want to turn the pencil. Because what's going to happen is, as I start to shade this, right, it's going to start wearing down on that one side, right? Kind of like, I always compare it to like a lady's lipstick. You'll start to get this like elongated side. That's going to make a wider stroke than if you turned it over and now see suddenly I'm making sharp marks, okay? So you are welcome, if you don't have anything to color with, you can use a pencil. Instead of different colors, you're going to do different values, just like this was, right? Like pressing lighter, pressing darker, so you can get the different values in the different shapes, okay? Hopefully that explains everything that happened today. We're probably going to finish them tomorrow. Most kids got through about halfway, so we will finish this tomorrow if you want to go ahead and get started. Yeah, so see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.